my friends, again I say welcome to another episode of John Sports Corner. Now, if you have not subscribed to our Sosofat YouTube channel, I would like to invite you to do so. Why? Because in the 13 months since we started, we have over 65,000 subscribers, which is more than 1,000 per week. So if you're not one of them, I invite you to go and watch John's Sports Corner and subscribe when you get there. And I would also like you to know that on this day, this January 7th of 2026, we have in excess of 39 million views. And each week, I will give you an average count of how we are progressing. And again, I'm going to say this. That is an average of over 3 million views per month. Because 13 months and 39 million views mean that 3 times 13 is 39. We're averaging 3 million views per month. And that is unbelievable. So remember, go to John Sports Corner and enjoy and share. As my good friend Karen Dunkley says, Trevor, we share it, Trevor. We share it. We share it. So thank you again for tuning in. And let me kick you over to your host on this platform, John Melbourne, inductee into the Cricket Hall of Fame. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, Trevor, and good afternoon, family and friends, locked into John Sports Corner as we welcome the month of Naphtali. Thank you for visiting and staying with our global weekly update on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital. Let me remind you to go to Winner Circle Radio Store in the SosoBone shop and go gift shopping. Among the items, backpacks, tote bags, mugs, t-shirts, sorrel, and yes, the great Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk sports. As usual, birthdays first, as today. Tishana Hinklin, Olympic long jumper, celebrates a birthday, her personal best of 6.82 meters in the long jump. Julian Fort, world champion representative in the 100 meters and 200. A personal best of 9.91 seconds over 100 and 19.97 over the 200 meters. Lewis Hamilton, 7-time Formula One champion over, whose dad is Grenadian. Hamilton has won 105 Formula One races to date. He now drives for Ferrari. Asta Semenya, South African athlete who was part of that testosterone controversy a few years back. Tomorrow, Sir Lawrence of Sabina, call him Lawrence Rowe, former Jamaica and West Indies cricketer. And as you know, he was dubbed Sir Lawrence of Sabina.
Okay.
Still the only test batsman to score a double century and a century on debut, which he did against New Zealand in 1972. Then in 1974, he added a triple century to his resume with a spanking 302 against England at Kensington Oval in Barbados. On Friday, James Beckford, 2-time world champion silver medalist and Olympian, celebrates a birthday. His personal best in the horizontal jump is 8.62 meters. On Saturday, Kemar Bailey Cole, world champion and Olympic gold medalist, with a personal best of 9.92 seconds over 100 meters. Also celebrating Saturday, former world heavyweight boxing champion George Foreman. He won his first 40 fights before losing number 41 to in a heavyweight championship to Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle in Kinshasa, Zaire. Zaire, formerly Zaire, today is the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Rope-a-dope.
Eh, On Sunday, Jarin Solomon, Trinidad and Tobago Olympian and world champion gold medalist, celebrates a birthday. His personal best over the 400 meters was 44.98 seconds. On Tuesday, Jermaine Lawson, former Jamaica and West Indies fast bowler, who picked up 51 wickets in his 13 test matches. Cricket, lovely cricket. I don't know if you want to call it checks and balances, but last Saturday, the Board of Control for Cricket in India reportedly instructed Indian Premier League team Kolkata Knight Riders to release Mustafizur Rahman from their Indian Premier League squad. Sorry. The Bangladesh government, of course, Rahman is from Bangladesh. The Bangladesh government responded by banning the broadcast of 2026 Indian Premier League games in the country. They have also refused to travel to India for the 2026 Men's T20 World Cup, citing concerns around safety and well-being of their players.
Oh boy.
Sorry. They are scheduled to open against West Indies at Eden Gardens February 7th. The Bangladesh Cricket Board has formally requested of the ICC to consider relocating all their matches to a venue outside India.
But you know, John, there's some rumble in the jungle in the grapevine that some of these extremists went out there and dig up the cricket pitch so they couldn't play cricket, you know, John. So based on the extreme reaction, that maybe that is why they say they can't play any cricket there, because they worry about their safety, because the pitch could not defend itself and they dig up the pitch.
Well, I don't know, Trevor, but over the past few days, Indian spiritual and political leaders had criticized Kolkata Knight Riders and their owner, Shah Rukh Khan, for including Mustafizur in their lineup at a time when, according to reports, Hindu minorities are being attacked in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Well, India and Pakistan have swords drawn. Now it seems India not happy with Bangladesh.
Okay. So they seem like they don't like their wife. Well, I know their wife, and they don't like their girlfriend. They can't get away. They can't get along with either one, okay?
You know? Anyway, stumps on day 4 of the Australia-England 5th and final Ashes test at Sydney. England 384. Joe Root got 160. His 41st test 100. Harry Brook 84. Jamie Smith 46. Michael Nessa 4 for 60. And England in their second innings 302 for 8. Jacob Bethel 142 not out, holding up the innings. His maiden test century. And by the way, he's Barbadian born. Mo Webster 3 for 51. Australia 567. Travis Head 163. Steve Smith 138. Josh Tongue 3 for 97, and Bryden Cass 3 for 130. England lead by 119 runs going into day 5. Australia do seem on their way to win the match and take the series 4-1.
Wow, that will be quite a feat, John. Considering that they are not short of money, so they must be short of talent.
Well, Steve Smith's century was his 13th in Ashes series, and only Don Bradman with 19 has scored more centuries in the Ashes series. By the way, England may lose Ben Stokes' bowling in the Australian second innings. He's apparently dealing with 2 injuries: an apparent right groin strain and a right adductor complaint.
Oh, John, you said lose his bowling, which indicate that he might still be batting.
He did bat in the second innings.
Well, I know that he went for a duck in the first inning.
No, well, he got 1 in the second innings.
Well, anyway, and that comes back to what we talk about the substitutions role, John.
Yeah.
That yes, maybe he had a problem in the first inning that was more pronounced again in the second inning, and the substitution role should have been, as we said, one where somebody comes in who is 100% and bat and is able to bowl, and not hear that we, even as the game is on the line, one of our most effective bowlers will be playing on the pitch, but he can't bowl. And you cannot substitute a competitive product or bowler in his place. So you can say that there might be an asterisk beside this test, because not that the man was not playing, but he was not qualified to 100% to play, but he still had to play. Enough said.
Well, let's move on, Trevor. Ahead for the World Cricket is the ICC Under-19 World Cup, to be co-hosted by Namibia and Zimbabwe, January 15th to February 6th. Young West Indies to be captained by Barbadian Joshua Dorn, and West Indies open against Tanzania on January 15th. Prior to the opening game, however, the young West Indians play warm-up games against Ireland and Japan, January 10th and the 13th, respectively. Head coach Rohan Nurse expects his young West Indians to do well in the tournament, but West Indies have won the youth tournament only once so far, which was in 2016. In ILT 20 final at Dubai, Desert Vipers by 46 runs over the MI Emirates. The Emirates captained by Kieran Pollard. Vipers 182 for 4 from 20. Emirates 136 in 18.3 overs. Player of the match and player of the series, Sam Horan.
Oh, yes.
Former Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies cricketer Dwayne Bravo says he will not become involved in West Indies cricket again without being able to have a meaningful input. Bravo said West Indies cricket has been left behind because its structures, thinking, and facilities have remained unchanged for more than 3 decades, while the rest of the world has adapted, invested, and modernized.
Okay, and that means that the change has to take place somewhere, and you can't start from the bottom, so you have to start from the top.
He added that Caribbean cricket administrators cannot be stubborn in their thinking. Perhaps it's time to see more of our former players being involved in cricket from the in administration level, Trevor.
Definitely. And I agree with
So,
that. I agree
so
with
they can advance to being presidents of Cricket West Indies.
I agree with that. Yes.
And by the way, Nicholas Poran says he has no plans in coming out of retirement to play for the regional side in next month's ICC T20 World Cup. He says he has no regrets about retiring from international cricket.
Well, he has his, I have to agree with him that if his interest is all about the money and he make the money, then that is what his life is all about. I mean, there are people who might decide that representing their country and branding their country and being a mentor for the children who are watching them represent the country is more important than just the money. So we know he's got the money. So the only thing left for him to do now is to represent the region. And if that's not a part of his interest, then tell him to walk good.
Yeah, but you know something though, Trevor, think about it. When the cricketing days are over and they committed to their country and didn't make the money, it means that chances are they have to go find a job somewhere to try continue earning a living. You know?
I agree with you on that too, but I think that if the cultural reaction is that when they are finished, they have an interest and they are now recognized as looking to uplift and get involved in the sport, then that message might spin over now. So that yes, they might find themselves working with the Ministry of Sports in Barbados or Trinidad, and they're heading up the cricket division or the athletic division or the soccer division. Because yes, we are asking for our experienced people to come out there and mentor our young people. And if all we're talking about is the money, then I agree that they need to get paid. We should not ask them to do volunteer work because we have some.
But honestly, Trevor, look at it like this. Why does a businessman CEO leave one company to go to another company for more money and better package?
Right.
So why can't cricketers do the same? Get up because I mean it's not like soccer where players are contracted to teams to play. And they have guaranteed contracts. Then let's say they have guaranteed contracts for maybe 2, 3, 4 years. Cricketers don't have that.
And I agree, they don't. But I think where they're neglected, John, they're neglected by the government. Because the government might say that cricket is a business, is a private business, but at the same time, the government provides a pension for government workers. The government approves a system in the country where people are working for other private business. When they retire, they get a pension. So why is it that the government would not step in and say, listen, you have to have a pensions program in place for our cricketers, okay? Otherwise, we're not giving you a license to have a club in our country, okay? All the profit cannot go on out, and when they retire, they're walking around now looking for a job. No.
Cricket stone.
Yes, there should be a proper retirement package set up, John, okay? Like any other business. There must be a proper 401k set up, like any other business. Because cricket is not a game, cricket is a business. Okay? So yes, I feel for the players that they have to chase the money from the very get-go because the government has not shown the interest in the fact that cricket is the biggest brand in the West Indies. that from the 40s coming up, all the only thing that united the Caribbean was West Indies cricket. Okay? When Federation gone out the door, it was West Indies cricket. That is our biggest brand. Okay? So when you come to a game and you say Sabina Park is have a game going on, and you look up in the stand and you don't see the Prime Minister up there, you say, where is he? Where the hell is he? You don't see the Minister of Sport up there, and you say, where the hell is the Minister of Sport? Is cricket a sport? Where is the
Jamaica? Is it correct? I remember the song, Jamaica, why you leave Federation? But yeah, but track and field is the same. Athletes have the same issue too, Trevor.
Well, I'm saying that it is not about cricket. It's not about cricket. It's about how they treat the sport, the people who are involved in sports. And we understand that a lot of people only come to the West Indies because we have a brand named West Indies Cricket. Listen, we can't talk about the people Johnny come lately. So while we respect what our athletes are doing now, they're not the brand. They're only building on the foundation that was set. Okay? So when we talk about West Indies cricket, we're not talking about these guys, the Puran and the Hope. We're talking about the 3Ws and the Sir Viv and the Sir Garfield and Kanai and Nurse and Ro and Kalicharan. Because those are the guys who set a dominant brand. And the rest of the cricket world is waiting for West Indies to come back. Because when these soccer warriors took the field, there was nobody like them.
Yeah, well, as Bravo said, he's not going to get involved until he can have meaningful input. And this is something that we have spoken about several times.
Yes.
Why aren't our former top players, why aren't they involved? Why is a Dujan not involved? Is it that they don't want to be involved, or what is preventing them from being involved? Viv Richards, Des Haynes was the chief selector that day, and I don't know what since his contract was up, that was it. But what is he doing now to help West Indies cricket?
If they don't provide them a suitable opportunity, John, then how are they gonna get involved? You don't want to ask Lara or Brava to come and be groundskeeper, okay?
Yes, sir, Trevor. Maybe what we need, is less of these so-called administrators. Some of that supposed compensation that some of these so-called administrators getting, it should be going to, let's say a Des Haynes then, as a cricket West Indies batting coach, and his job is to go around to primary and high schools to help develop youngsters batting.
Yes, but I would like to see them on the board, because they understand.
Yes, that too.
They understand what the players are going through out there, because they have to be out there, okay?
Yeah.
So I would say that the fans make a play and ask the boards to step down because they're not performing. And ask them to bring back some people who we know when they were players, they performed. So maybe when they get on the board, they'll continue a record of performing. Okay? Because it's a performance that is supposed to get you on the board. And when you get on the board, your performance is supposed to keep you on the board. And if you go on the board...
But I don't think that is part of the Constitution.
Well, is the fans run the game.
And maybe the fans not interested enough,
or the fans
to demand,
or the fans don't get a chance to express themselves.
Well,
okay.
On that note, let's go to a break. But we have lots more to cover when we come back. We'll be right back.